feel like I've been asleep. I raise only my upper body, yet I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. I still feel a little hot, but I think I can move. My headache isn't that bad, and I'm relatively stable. It doesn't seem real that I was in such a bad shape yesterday. In this condition, I peel myself out of bed and make preparations to go out.
What are you doing?
What? I'm getting ready to go out.
Oh, after all that yesterday?
While speaking, he put the documents on his desk and folded his arms. His gaze contained both annoyance and irritation. In response, I nod as a slight apology. Thanks for yesterday. Sorry to have inconvenienced you. I'm okay now.
There is nothing less reliable than you're okay.
I really am fine. See? I spread my hands to show him. See my hands?
Do as you like.
You couldn't stop me anyway. Even though I was given permission, my heart felt clouded. I felt like I was being pushed out and felt an ache in my chest. He's just worried about you. I mean, you were not in a good way yesterday. But he also understands that you're very committed to this. Poor guy. He's all grumpy. Good morning. Ah. When I called out as usual, one of the gatekeepers looked flustered.
Hey. Yeah, I know.
He was poked by another person next to him and quickly diverted his gaze. I wonder if something happened. I'm curious, but if I try to pry too much, it might cause them problems. As I was standing there in silence, I heard a voice clearing their throat behind me.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for your support today as well.
The minister is not in.
I know. Can I just wait here?
Do as you like.
Then, a few hours later, a change came.
Why are you sitting down in such a place here?
Glaring at the gate as if it wouldn't open, I heard a voice behind me. When I turned around in surprise, I saw a well-dressed woman crouch next to me. She gently put a hand on my cheek and watched me.
Does your stomach hurt?
No, that's not what I'm...
Crouching down here, you're gonna get your clothes dirty.
Well, that is true, of course. So I was wondering how to best tell her that I wasn't worried about that sort of thing. Well, I mean, I'm waiting for someone here.
Someone?
The woman tilted her head as if to say, yeah, and? The silk on her sleeves made for a pleasant noise. It was a very well-tailored garment. This wouldn't be the wife, would it? Nah, after all this time, surely not. Me and Naala at the same time. We're like, oh, but she's just like, random wife of an aristocrat, not Minister Orda's wife. But I wonder if she's the wife of an aristocrat. Maybe she's here to visit Minister Orda? If so, this might be an opportunity. I raised my face so that I could at least greet her.
Mina.
The voice that came in from the side blocked my throat. I was so surprised that I became choked up. Minister Orda.
Ah, you. You go on ahead. It's been so long since I've been outside.
The wife, named Mina, pursed her lips to complain to Minister Orda. I knew it! Where have you been, wife? Minister Orda's wife? I see. He really was out today. He snuck out yesterday while you were recuperating. In the morning, I remember the gatekeeper telling me that he wasn't in very clearly. Maybe he was trying to tell me something. Thank you. I extend my thanks again internally. A chance such as this doesn't come around so often. I strengthened my throat so that my voice wouldn't quiver. Good morning, Minister Orda.
Yeah, good morning.
I've been waiting to meet you. Do you have a moment? The minister didn't answer immediately, just looking down silently. Please. Continuing to look at the minister, I put both hands on the ground. If I'm turned down here, that'll be the end of it. Maybe he'll be a little more sympathetic if I put my head on the ground. In front of the unmoving minister, I think while sweating from extreme tension.
Hey!
Yes? She spoke with an abruptness that interrupted my thoughts. Looking at her, I noticed the wife staring at me.
Are you the person who often waits in front of our house?
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't told you my name. My name is Naala. I'm the wife of the political assistant Nohl.
Nice to meet you. I'm Orda's wife, Mina.
The wife greeted me with a smile. Though she has a well-organized face, her smiling face gave off a youthful impression. What is a well-organized face? More than beautiful, she was like a cute young girl.
But you know, Naala, you shouldn't sit down here. Stand up.
But...
No. You shouldn't sit on the main street here. It's not proper.
I couldn't help being prompted by hand, and I outstretched my bent knee. Perhaps because I had been putting my weight on it for a long time, it made a creaking sound. Ow.
Mina. Oh, sorry. You were in the middle of a conversation, yeah. So come on, out with it. I'm waiting here.
The wife looked back on the minister's hard voice. I couldn't tell from her soft voice whether or not she felt bad about things.
Hey, what's wrong with you? The lady is waiting.
She smiled at me, and I somehow lost my words. On the other hand, Minister Orda hadn't smiled even once since he got here. Even if he wasn't a fan of my existence, he didn't seem to want to leave his wife behind.
Hey.
Yes? She likes to talk in a friendly manner. She began to speak in a manner as if she'd forgotten that she'd just apologized to the minister.
You have very beautiful hair, yeah?
Eh? Oh, thank you. The wife's eyes widened, shining like a young girl as she stared at my hair. Unlike the minister, she wore her heart on her sleeve.
That's a rare color. How do you dye it?
No, this is natural.
Oh, really? And that luster is wonderful.
Thank you. The words I return are mixed with confusion. I practiced what I wanted to discuss with the minister, but I never thought I'd be able to talk like this.
It really is a nice color.
Mrs. Mina exhaled in admiration. While I was confused, the wife's face showed that she seemed to come up with something. She rushed the short distance to the minister and happily took his hand.
Hey, you! Mrs. Naala's hair is so pretty. It's like the color of a meadow illuminated by the setting sun.
It certainly is a very rare coloring here.
He turned a sharp glance my way. The wife pulled on the minister's sleeve to get his gaze back.
I want Mrs. Naala's hair. That beautiful, shiny hair is more valuable than jewels.
Eh?
It would make for a great wig.
What? This is an unexpected twist. The shock is so great that I'm unable to close my open mouth. Fascinated by the whispered words, the minister raised his eyebrows. I squint one eye at him as if I could discern what he was thinking.
No?
She tilted her head as if to say, "Why don't you ask her?" The minister took a light breath and then turned to me.
This is not something I'm asking as a minister, but it seems that my wife wants your hair.
How did we get into this situation? Dang. Just like, give my wife your hair. Oh no, Naala's beautiful hair. Yes. I observed his wife's movements while nodding. Her little girl-like tendencies weren't for show. This is really how she is. As she was constantly smiling, I couldn't feel any ulterior motives from her, for better or for worse.
Hair is a symbol of a woman's beauty. Ordinarily, I'd rebuke her, but I do have one suggestion.
A suggestion? I furrowed my brow, unable to keep up with the conversation. The minister stared at me, not laughing, but in thought, a strong gaze as if to test me.
If you would be willing to give me your hair, for my cute wife's sake, then I'll listen to what you have to say.
Testing your convictions. Hair is one of the conditions for women to be beautiful for the people on this continent. Women with short hair are even said to be ugly. In other words, it's not something one can part with so easily. It's like life itself for a woman. Looking down on me in silence, the minister snorted as if in triumph. There was a sense of relief on his face, as if I wouldn't come here anymore.
If you can't do it, then you will never...
If you mean what you say, then we have a deal. I felt some sadness, but that didn't hinder my determination. I didn't hesitate, not even for a moment. Dang, I was like, are you Mulaning this right now? I'm like, where's your weapon? She just has a dagger on her. No, good on you for making sure your wife's armed as well. Do you know how long it took for her to like get a bow in Surin's route? She just casually has a dagger. This is great. I mean, Naala's practical. She's not caught up in like beauty, and even though she's like, I understand that I'm going to be kind of ostracized for a bit. She's not personally bothered by that thing. Her hair will grow back. It's just gonna take a long time. I think she's with the one guy who wouldn't put a lot of stock in that either, so it kind of works out. I took out the dagger that I'd been carrying ever since being attacked by the thugs. Oh, since being attacked. Ah, okay. Because I was like, why didn't you use it during that attack? That explains it. And grabbed my hair. Dang. This is the wrong button. Man, getting Cyrus flashbacks to the original Steam prison from this. Naala, you are such a badass. Oh! Not just the minister in front of me, but the gatekeepers behind me as well all gasped in dismay. No! Her beautiful hair! Please, fulfill your promise, minister. A deal too good to be true. I'd sacrifice whatever it took to get my wishes fulfilled. Oh, look at her! She's so cute with her short hair, though. She looks like a little doll now. Oh, adorbs. I love when games like change the sprites of the NC depending on what they're wearing, what they've done to their hair. Excellent. Exquisite. Well then. After cutting off my hair, I gave it to the minister immediately. I could feel my short hair striking my cheeks at irregular intervals due to the rough cut.
You fool. Without even the moment of hesitation.
Of course he thought I would refuse. The minister put his hand on his forehead and looked astonished.
Do you know how short-haired women are looked upon in this country?
I know that long hair is a sign of beauty. If I go home with this hair, I'll certainly be mocked by Nohl. I don't think so. I don't think so. He'll definitely say something unpleasant, like I'm never allowed to go outside again. Or he might laugh with a cold face. Being laughed at would be getting off easy here. Even though he was the one who requested it, the minister had a much more pained look on his face than I did.
I can't believe it. You would go this far.
The minister exhaled deeply. His wife next to him furrowed her brow cutely in an innocent manner.
Did I ask for something I shouldn't have?
Mina, are you really just clueless? No. Your desire for my hair gave me an opening. I have no regrets. Shaking my head, I could feel that my head was a lot lighter than before. I feel sad, but I have no regrets.
Nina, take this.
Yeah.
As prompted, the wife walked up slowly. As I waited with bated breath, she gently took my hair. I did it. Seeing the scene, my physical strength suddenly drained from my body. The promise hasn't been fulfilled yet, but I feel like my efforts so far have been rewarded. Oh no! Not the vertigo again! But, uh-oh, I think I slipped up. Cutting off something that had been held so tightly caused my exhaustion to come surging up. The world became distorted as colors blended together. My shins felt as brittle as twigs. My legs gave out from under me.
Mrs. Naala!
I could hear the surprised voice of the minister in the distance. I am stupid. So pathetic. I stuffed myself into my heavy, sinking consciousness. Collapsing on a rainy day, cutting my hair, collapsing again. What does the minister think of all this? It wouldn't be surprising if he thought me to be a fool who couldn't manage her own physical condition. I just made progress. I was just standing at the entrance. The regret that I couldn't see things through felt like 1,000 needles piercing my chest. I lost consciousness while in a terrible mood. Nohl was next to me when I woke up. He was sitting in a chair next to the bed, staring at me as I laid down. Nohl.
It is exactly as I said. You would end up in a worse state than yesterday. The next time you collapse, I shall leave you behind, be it in the rain or in the middle of flames.
Sorry. I hate to admit it, but this time Nohl is right. No matter how much I may have been running out of time, I should have prioritized getting rest, especially if I'm going to be bothering my negotiations partner. It's frustrating because I know that. My field of vision and colors are blurred. My tears poured out, dampening my pillow. I didn't want to cry. Cold fingertips touched my forehead. I felt comforted as they touched the hot inner corners of my eyes.
Sleep tonight.
I nodded and Nohl turned away from the bed. He said something simply on his way to the door.
I will prepare something for you to put in your mouth.
It's an odd way of putting things, but okay. I'm pathetic, stupid. I'm left to sob alone in the dark room. It's good that no one was watching as I burst into tears. Just as it seemed like he would listen to me. Just as I'd gotten a little bit of hope, I ended up getting in my own way. I was consumed by regret that burned so intensely that it might twist my insides. For the first time, I was scared to go to the minister's mansion tomorrow. Ooh. The political assistance night. Yes, give me your point of view. What's happening with you? I'm gonna tie her to the bed. I was just thinking that though. She's like, this is all my fault. I should have listened and rested. Well, I'm going out tomorrow. I'm like, girl, you're still not resting. You're still planning to go out tomorrow. This girl.
If she says that she's going out tomorrow, I'll have to tie her to the bed. Perhaps I'll utilize the turtle shell bondage technique.
The what now?
What a bothersome woman. It's quite annoying. The thing I'd once rid myself of. A heart that hopes is now here before me. That's why I'm annoyed, concerned, and intrigued. But really annoyed. I think I shall use the turtle shell technique. As I muttered, my ears picked up footsteps approaching from behind.
Apologies for the late night visit.
Mr. Orta. Given that this stiff and serious man would come to visit at night, he must have plenty of complaints. I prepared myself to respond to whatever nastiness he had to say.
I want you to take this.
I don't think I've ever seen Nohl with a surprised Pikachu face before.
I wasn't expecting to get a letter before the insults. I doubtfully looked down at the envelope that he was presenting. This is...
Please, look inside.
I, Orta, shall fully support the research on the rot, and devote all my efforts to solving the problems that accompany it in the name of King Toya. The explanation was spelled out in other lengthy sentences, but that doesn't matter. In summary, this is a vow of subordination.
Interesting. So Naala didn't even have to get proof of the rot being a disease. He was just so impressed with her determination and not giving, nothing, no price was too high to be paid to get his support, that he's like, okay, I'm doing it. Damn. She won the bet. So what does that mean going forward? Will Nohl keep his end of the bargain, or is he going to continue in his brother's bad footsteps?
I felt unusually dry in my mouth. As my shock was too great and prevented me from spinning my next words, Orta looked down with a wry smile. Is it okay for me to take something like this? I look over the words, over and over with my eyes, and no matter how many times I look, the words didn't change.
At first, I thought it was a silly emotional theory. One little girl, not even involved in affairs. If I treated her a little coolly, she'd give up quickly. I'm sorry to say this in front of you, but I underestimated her resolution. I still think that her straightforward behavior is a little foolish, though.
Well, I won't argue that.
Honestly, she's been a nuisance. Sitting in front of my mansion, screaming and falling over. It's hurt my reputation. My doormans glare at me. Thanks to that, even my wife cried at me to go today. She very rarely talks about my work.
She wanted her hair.
Regarding that, both I and my wife feel that we've done something wrong. But if you are to execute a punishment, please only apply it to me. My wife was born with a silver spoon, and truly knows nothing to a surprising degree.
Then why don't you educate her?
In a dark world where you can't see ahead, sometimes I find salvation in that brightness. In certain respects. Just as you were attracted to her because of her innocence, I can see the things I've lost in her radiance, and it's lovely.
It felt like an evil spirit had fallen somewhere in Orta's calm voice. Are you certain?
What?
I may use this at my own convenience.
You ask me that now. I'm not so foolish that I didn't already know that. I trust in your skill. So, I will leave things with her. And with you. I hate to admit it, but this time I've lost, as I underestimated your wife as a whimsical woman.
He lost. That also means that I've lost my bet with Naala. I smile wryly as those words pierce my chest.
Well then, I must be going.
You won't be meeting her?
She must be tired, and is resting, I imagine. Also, I have a wife and child. It is not becoming of me to step into the sleeping chamber of someone else's wife. Ah, and one more thing. Please, tell your wife that she doesn't have to come see me anymore.
Understood.
Well then. You got yourself a good wife.
He certainly did. He certainly did.
Orta returned, leaving me standing alone. In my hands is a pledge, the fruit of Naala's feelings. I never thought I'd see that kind of face from that stubborn guy. I was holding more than just a pledge. It felt heavier than a stone, with the hearts of 2 people on it. I gazed at the pledge that was put back into the envelope. You really are a wife who doesn't live up to her husband's expectations. I was expecting you to experience despair somewhere, as I did before. I covered the moon in the sky with the envelope. I didn't want the spirits to see my smile just now. Apparently, I may have married a woman who is more stubborn and irresistibly stronger than Orta. I still hate to lose. However, this loss is strangely comfortable. Ah, I see. As I looked up at the moon, I suddenly realized the true nature of my irritation and laughed. I thought I had lost these feelings. Just like a young man. I, Nohl, have been defeated. I'll have her take responsibility accordingly. The sweet impact permeated my heart,